my name's Averie and I love books, and here's my book review. Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on The Boy Next Door by Katie Van Ark. So this video will have two separate sections in it. The first section will be a spoiler-free section where I'm gonna give a summary of the book basically, and the rest of the video will be my spoilery thoughts for those who have read this book. So here we go. So this is a very figure skating-y book. We have our main character, Maddie, and our other main character, Gabe. It's told from dual perspectives, so we get a perspective from Gabe and a perspective from Maddie. And they are both figure skaters. They have been figure skating partners, I believe, since they were 8, and they are now 17. And they are also next door neighbors because their moms have been best friends even before they were born. So basically, this story starts off with them in competition together, well, practicing, sorry, I'm just talking to a theater person here. Practicing for a figure skating tournament competition. I don't know, I don't do sports anymore. But basically they are trying to win a competition for figure skating, and their coach decides that he wants to cancel their routine and make up a whole new one based off of Romeo and Juliet, where there is this romantic aspect to it. And when Gabe hears this, he immediately goes, oh shit, no. Whereas Maddie's like, yes, like maybe finally Gabe will show some interest in me. Because as we have been told, Maddie has always had secret feelings for Gabe for as long as she can remember, and Gabe has always thought of her as a sister, nothing more, because he does not want to ruin their partnership as skating partners. And so this is basically them trying to figure out their feelings, I guess? I don't know how else to describe it. The story just takes off from there. It's kind of big for that kind of story in my opinion, but I gave this book a 3 stars. It was very okay. It did not blow my mind at all. It wasn't bad either. It was like a meh. It was a meh for me. But if this book sparks your interest, I encourage you to go read it and then join me again later for the spoilery section. So if you have read this book, please continue watching. If not, bye-bye. See you later. Okay, this book. This is another complicated one where I was like, what the hell is going on? Okay, first of all, let's talk about Maddie and Gabe. So I could see where this story would have potential because it's like a romance story and the guy doesn't have feelings for the girl and the girl does, and like she's trying to figure out if he does have feelings for her. Whereas we were told by the synopsis that Gabe just strictly thinks of her as a sister. He's never ever thought of her anything other than that. But when we get in this book, right when Igor, their coach, is like, oh yeah, it's gonna have a romantic aspect to it, you'll have to be like lovey-dovey, he's like, fuck shit, no, like blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, but if you only think of her as a sister, why would it matter to you? Like, that's what we've been told, is literally, oh, she's just my sister, that's how I think of her. Whereas he just, like, right when he does the Romeo and Juliet thing, he's like, oh, I'm like in love with her. I'm like, dude, the synopsis lied to us. You can't just like flip a switch and be like, oh my god, I'm in love with you. No. You have to at least have some inkling of feeling there. And at the end, he's like, I've always loved Maddie. Like, that's, like, I've always loved her. I'm like, oh, but that doesn't come across that way at all. And then Maddie's pursuit to have Gabe notice her is so cliche and not okay with me. I'm not okay with girls throwing themselves at guys or like trying to make the guy jealous, because it hurts people's feelings and I don't like it. And yeah, and when she started flirting with that other guy and like Gabe was like so pissed, but like Gabe didn't even know how he felt about her in the first place. If they didn't do the Romeo and Juliet scene, like, and she went out on a date, he would have been like fine with it. Like, what the hell? This is gonna be a very, very, very scattered video because I'm just throwing thoughts out there. I'm not going in chronological order here. We also are told that Gabe is a ladies' man and kind of a douchebag to girls. And whenever girls call him to ask where he's been, because he dumps every single girl after 2 weeks, Maddie answers the phone pretending to be his girlfriend so the girls will hang up and just never talk to him again. He won't have any closure with them or anything like that. I'm like, why would someone do that? Why would you be friends with a guy who does that? That's ridiculous. I would not be friends with a guy who did that. I would not be in love with a guy that does that. That is ridiculous. No, that is hurtful and mean, and you would not be my friend. And I would not be in love with you secretly. No. And then she finds the panties of that girl in his car, and she just like doesn't do anything about it really. Like, she's upset. I saw panties in his car and I was secretly in love with him. I would have gotten out of that car and like called my mom to come pick me up because I wouldn't have driven in that car because he obviously had sex in that car. Oh, and speaking of sex, the sexual parts between Maddie and Gabe, why did that even have to happen? Like, any of them. Like, it was ridiculous because they would be practicing, and by practicing, that meant going to make out or feeling each other up. No. If y'all want to be together, freaking be together. Don't make an excuse about it and just do it. I was frustrated about this. Also, they would have these scenes where they would have these little intimate moments, like kind of sexual moments, but not having sex. And then they would stop abruptly and be like, okay, bye, done. Like, and in a house where their parents were in the next room having a conversation. Like, they went and put like a movie in the TV room and the parents were having drinks in the kitchen and he was unclipping her bra and feeling her up. That's disgusting. Do that away. Your parents are in the next room. Why? And then once he does that and is feeling her up, he just stops. And then they just walk away, or they just stop. I don't remember, honestly. Okay, that probably never happens. I've never experienced that. But like, that's probably not what people do. Just be like, oh, I'm done, bye, done. See you later, bye. And also feeling each other up with your parents in the next room, that's not okay. That's not okay. I'll come back to Maddie and Gabe probably later. But right now, let's talk about Kate and Chris. So at the beginning of this book, I was like, okay, cool. Each of them have best friends, and like the best friends date each other also. And they are also figure skaters. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then like, we don't get that full explanation as to why Kate and Chris are on and off again or hate each other. Like, I didn't get any clarification, like what happened. He obviously did something wrong to piss her off or something, but like, I would love to know what and like how that started or what came to be with them hating each other. Cause all we see at the beginning is them like always bickering all the time, but they're like together. And I'm like, well, why are they together if they keep bickering and like they hate each other? But then in the next scene, they're all lovey-dovey and making out. And I'm like, okay, I hate when people don't define the relationship. Just define the relationship and get it done with. But then it gets even more complicated when like Maddie goes into the bathroom and like sees Kate throwing up. And I'm like, oh my God, this girl's freaking pregnant. I'm like, I can just tell. Like, I knew it from the beginning. Right when she said, oh, Kate's throwing up. Dude, how can your best friend be like, not ask what's going on? Also, she didn't ask what was going on. She just thought she was sick. She didn't be like, hey, why are you throwing up? Because if she asked her what was going on, she would have told her, but she didn't. Maddie was too hung up in freaking Gabe land to ask how her best friend was doing. Some friend you are, my word. And then like the book just got even more complicated when it didn't have to. I hate when couples have stupid fights for no apparent reason. Like Maddie overhears like Igor giving condoms to someone and she thinks that it's Gabe and that like Igor made Gabe have sex with her? Girl, you think your coach told his student to have sex with another student? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? No one would do that. At least I don't think so. Like, your coach is your coach and he wouldn't go ask his student to go have sex with the other student just to make it more real. That's not a thing. People don't do that. But anyway, she thinks that he's giving Gabe condoms, and she's like, oh my god, this is fake, blah, blah, blah. I'm just not gonna talk to him. I'm not gonna confront him or ask him about anything, and blah, 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 and shut him out. And I'm like, girl, you need to at least talk to him. Like, at least talk to him. There are, though, cute moments in this book that I really appreciated. I'm good for a good, like, sappy quote, or like, a good quote. There's this really good one where at the beginning of the story, like when Igor first suggests the Romeo and Juliet skating scene, or routine, sorry, Gabe can't look at her because he's like so afraid that he'll develop feelings for her and then their whole relationship will get ruined and blah 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 blah. And like she just like looks at him as like, am I that disgusting that you can't even look at me like that? And he's like, no, you're like disgustingly beautiful. I was like, okay, that's cute. I would be okay with someone telling me that. That's cute, but yeah. And like I thought that minus all the complicatedness and like unnecessary fighting and the weird sexual moments, their relationship was good for me. And like the ending was really cute too, but I'll get to that later. Okay, let's get into the parents. At first I was really glad that we had both sets of parents in the story because I don't really see a lot of parents in stories that are involved in the young adult's life that the book is about. I was cool with it, and then like in the first couple pages, both the moms basically tell the kids like, I don't want you dating each other. And they're like, what? Why? And like, worst comes to worst, I get the understanding of why, but like, I was like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden, like, everything with Maddie's dad, I was literally like, why did all of this have to be in the book? Why did we need this drama with the dad? I don't think we needed the drama with the dad, to be honest. At first, like, we all thought that he was cheating on the mom. And then we thought he was supposedly gay. And then all of a sudden, he's just like, yeah, I got cancer. And I'm like, where did that come from? Where did that come from? Literally nowhere. Like 20 pages left. And he's like, I got cancer. And he didn't even tell his own daughter that he had cancer. Mother didn't tell her too. Dude, if my parents didn't tell me that they had cancer, they would be in for a whooping. I need to know that stuff. I need to know that stuff. And they need to trust me enough to tell me. Like, obviously, they were like telling her like, oh, we didn't want to distract you because you're skating so well and da 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 da. I'm like, but she's your daughter. She deserves to know if her dad is dying. Come on. Okay, back to Gabe and Maddie. So we do get that little snippet of him after he's like developed feelings for her and blah blah blah. And we get this scene at the end of one of their skates in front of like 1 million people, or like thousands of people. I'm not sure how many people were in the arena or whatever, but he like kisses her very briefly, but like no one catches it except for Maddie. And she's thinking like, oh my god, this is when he's gonna finally tell everyone that we're together now and this is a thing. And that's what I thought, and I was like, freaking finally. And then he's just like, no, I'm not coming out of the closet with us, no no no. And I'm like, why not? I don't understand. I literally don't understand at all. And then like the whole New Year's party rolls around and she gets drunk for no apparent reason. I hate when people just get drunk to get drunk. Apparently like later on in the book we like figure out that some guy like spiked the punch, but like you would be able to taste if there was at least some alcohol in there, at least I would think. And she just like drank a whole bunch of it and then didn't even think about it when she woke up the next morning that she was having a hangover. Like at all. She didn't even think about it. She was just like, yeah, my head hurts. I'm done. Bye. I won't even think about how I don't remember anything from last night. I don't know what happened. I don't remember, but I wasn't drunk. I don't remember getting drunk. That means I wasn't drunk. Like, girl, put your context clues together. I also want to say how convenient it was that they kept winning everything. Like, they were supposedly, like, the best of the best or whatever, but they kept winning everything. Like, that's not real life. And I know this is a fictional story, but, like, to make it more realistic, you need some failure in there to spark the, like, I don't know, revolution to become better. We didn't get that, and they just kept winning and winning, and I thought, oh, maybe this is when, like, oh, they, like, lose, and then, like, they get back up again, and, like, they're even better because of it, because that happens a lot, and I like those kinds of stories because it helps people develop as people. But no, they just kept winning, and I was like, well, this is boring if they just keep winning, I guess. And then also, it was kind of complicated too, because there was all these figure skating terms, for example, like the kiss and cry and all this stuff, and I'm not like a figure skating fan. Like, I like figure skating, but I don't go out of my time to watch it or know what all the terms are. The only reason what I knew what the kiss and cry was because I watched a movie called The Kiss and Cry on Netflix one time. And so I think we should have at least got some context clues as to what the kiss and cry or all the other skating terms were. I don't know what an axle is. I don't know what a triple axle is. I don't know what a quadruple axle is. I don't know, is it just someone spinning in the air 4 times? I don't know. So if we would have gotten clarification as to what that is, that would have been wonderful. Finally, let's talk about the ending here. So the ending, in my opinion, was rocky for me and how I felt. We have this part where I guess Gabe throws her and she falls and she like hurts her head or whatever, and he like thinks that she's like really hurt, and that's what I thought. I thought she was pretty hurt. She hit the ice really hard, so that's what I thought. And then we get to the hospital and Gabe's like freaking out because this is the point where Maddie's like ignoring him constantly, because this is where she thought Igor was telling him to have sex with her, and like this is the point where like he has literally told her so many times, I love you. Like he finally had the courage to say, I love you, and like she didn't say it back because she thought that's what Igor was telling him to say. Also, I thought the way that he first said I love you was really cute, by the way. They have these little signals with their flashlights in between their houses because their windows are facing each other, and like they have like a Morse code with flashlights, and like this, like he's basically said I love you, good night, and it was really cute. But then like that night she like figured out it was a setup, and so it didn't mean anything to her, and she like just started crying because she thought it was fake. And I was like, no girl, it's not fake, he loves you. Anyway, so they finally get to the hospital, and like he's like distraught because he thinks that maybe she's gonna die, or she has a concussion, or she's in a coma or something like that. And then his mom comes up, and like the first thing he says to her is, I slept with Maddie. Dude, you do not tell your mother. I slept with your best friend's daughter. If you love her, what you say is, Mom, I love Maddie. Not, Mom, I slept with Maddie. No, you tell her that you love her. You don't tell her, I just had sex with her. Did he say I had sex with Maddie, or did he say I slept with Maddie? I think he said I had sex with Maddie. That makes it even worse, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't know. If he loved her, he would have just told the mom, I love Maddie, not I had sex with her. My God, just say you love her, God damn it. We had the cute scene that I almost cried over. Like the only part that I was really cutesy over was he got the ring, he brings her the ring, which appeared out of nowhere, by the way. The mom probably doesn't have it with her when she's working in a hospital, but he just appears with the ring out of nowhere, which I thought was weird. And then like gives it to her and is like, I don't want to spend my life with anyone else, like you're it, like I'm not gonna want anyone else but you. Like that was cute. And then she like wears the ring around her neck because she's not gonna get married like right out of high school, but she like keeps the ring on a necklace around her neck like when they figure skate and everything, and I thought that was really cute. But yeah, this book is good if you think that you would enjoy it. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Sorry if this video was more of a rant than a review. I did like a bunch of the book, but a bunch of it got me going in not a good way. Sorry. But let me know down below if you have read this book or if you plan to read this book. Well, probably if you're at this part of the video, you probably have already read the book. But yeah, I'll see y'all soon with a new video, I guess. Thank y'all so much for watching. Bye. My blue eyeshadow really looks green right now. I swear I didn't mean for that to happen. It was supposed to match my short and my earrings.